So the other day I was rewatching the Story of OJ by Jay-Z because it popped up in my recommendations on YouTube. And I thought to myself, despite how controversial his song was, underneath all the offensive stuff, because frankly, everyone just looks at the surface. Underneath all of that, there's a really great lesson to be learned, and that's about how to secure your financial future. So I've got six tips for you today on how to secure a financial future for yourself and your family. Number one, start small. You want to start small because, first of all, most likely if you're living paycheck to paycheck like I am, you're not going to have a lot of money to spare when it comes to investing or doing anything of that kind. So what you do is you either make a money jar where you put in your spare change or even your spare dollars every once in a while and set that aside. Open up an online savings account if you get most of your money through digital means. That's a great way to start because there are a lot of places you can open up an online savings account and you actually get a higher interest rate than you do with a traditional bank account. It works the same, your money's safe, but you have potentially higher returns with that. Just start saving the most you can within your means right now. If that's $5 a week or $5 a month, great. Save that and start working on ways to save more eventually. Number two is start looking at the long term. Instead of getting excited and getting something you want right now, like a new game or a bag of chips or something or other else, because believe you me, I know a lot about buying stuff I really don't need, like snack foods and other things that really, they're just wastes of money. I mean, I could be investing with the money I waste on food. But instead of looking at that and getting that, which is pretty much worthless as soon as you get it, try looking at things that gain value over time. Stocks, cryptocurrency, real estate stock. There's an astounding amount of things you can get into without having any knowledge of whatsoever. There are wonderful apps like Acorns and Stash and Robinhood, which can help you start to save by investing in stocks. There's Coinbase for cryptocurrency investment. There's lots of different ways that you can invest small amounts of money over time that can accumulate into larger amounts of money in the future. And really, that's just the basics. Number three, don't get discouraged because the buildup is slow. There most likely won't be a return investment, an immediate return on your investments, but there will be a better forecast long term. There is going to be better financial freedom in the future because of what you do in the present. Number four, keep looking for new opportunities. Even if it's just picking up a few extra shifts here and there to put that extra money into your investments, which you can calculate pretty easily and say, okay, this is the extra money I made. I'll put that in the investment account or in the piggy bank or whatever. Or just, whatever it may be, in a year, that money alone can be worth a lot and can be a lifesaver in an emergency situation where your car breaks down or you get sick or something else happens. That can be a literal lifeline for you. Number five, keep learning, because when it comes to investing, when it comes to stocks and bonds or cryptocurrency or anything else, the more you know, the better you're armed, because forewarned is forearmed when it comes to stuff like this. It's this factor alone, the knowledge you have, that often makes a difference between you making a good investment and you losing a good investment, depending on where you put your money. That's the biggest thing. And a lot of times, I admit I have done some stupid things that practically have lost me money, but I have never, ever in my lifetime managed to completely bankrupt myself because I never worked with more than what I could spare to lose. That's a great idea. Number 6, keep on it. Rome wasn't built in a day, and financial freedom does take a while to achieve. It may be frustrating. It may seem hopeless. It may seem like you're not doing enough, but guess what? If you keep at it every day for the rest of the time that you're here on this earth, eventually you can make your way out of the ditch that life put you in because for some reason you were born or you were eventually put into a state of poverty or a state of living paycheck to paycheck, and you can make it to financial freedom. And what does that look like? Well, I'll give you 3 ways that can look like. Number 1, you don't work to live. You work doing what you love. You work doing what you enjoy. And frankly, that's what I'm doing, but I'm not doing it because it's work yet, because if this were work, I would be earning a good paycheck from it. Right now, this is a hobby. I'm going to call it a hobby because that's what it is. I'm making my way towards it being a work, being a job, but it's going to take a while. But second of all, you have more savings than you do expenditures. Now, what that means is you have more money in the bank than what you can spend in a typical 12-month period. Okay, if you've got 12 months worth of money saved up for all your expenses total, then that is a good starting indicator of what you need to do in order to be able to have financial freedom. If you got 12 months worth of money for every bill you have, then that's a great indicator that you've started the journey and now you just need to continue. And thirdly, you no longer stress about money. If you stopped stressing about money because now you know you're going to be getting an investment, you're going to be able to get the money you need for whatever may happen in the future, even if something unexpected happens, you know you're covered. That is financial freedom. You now have more time on your hands to do what you want, rather do what you need to do in order to make money. You now have the time to basically be you instead of being an employee, being a worker, being working class, because frankly, nobody wants to be a working class hero. Even John Lennon sang about that, and he sounded horribly depressed singing about it. And frankly, being part of the working class is a great thing for a lot of you because, frankly, society wouldn't survive without you. But I wish we didn't need so many working class, so that way the majority of the working class could rise up to a state where they're not struggling. And so that's what I want you guys to do. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, then start with these simple steps. I mean, really, they're simple, and they're not that costly. Like I said, start small. Go to your local thrift store, whether it be a church thrift store or the Goodwill in your area or something. Go find a small jar and start putting your extra change and your extra bills in it, and see how that adds up over time. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys take these bits of advice as just that, advice. I am not a financial consultant. I cannot see what your particular situation is, so therefore I don't know what happens in the future with you. And that's just a standard disclaimer, but I want to say for a fact that I care about how you succeed. So, I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And until next time, I'll see you again soon. 'cause I'll be back when the day is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too, because it's you I like. Thanks for watching.